Why do some people share every moment of their lives online, while others remain almost invisible? Scroll through your social media feed, and you will see endless smiling faces. Vacation selfies, gym mirror photos, birthday celebrations, carefully posed moments designed to show the world who someone is. But then there are the others. They are there, but not really there. They watch, they read, they comment sometimes. Yet their profile picture rarely changes. Their timeline is quiet. Their face almost never appears online. No selfies, no lifestyle photos, no look at me moments. And strangely, these people often seem calmer, more private, sometimes even more confident. So what is really happening here? Are they shy? Are they hiding something? Or could it be that people who don't post their photos online actually think differently about identity, attention, and privacy? Psychology has some surprising answers. Because behind that silent profile may be a personality shaped by deeper values, stronger self-awareness, and sometimes a completely different relationship with the digital world. Tonight, we explore the hidden psychology of people who choose not to show themselves online. At first glance, posting photos online looks harmless. Billions of people do it every day. According to data from the social media company Instagram, users share over 95 million photos daily. Self-expression has become part of modern digital life. But psychologists have discovered something interesting. People who rarely post their own photos often display distinct psychological traits: higher levels of privacy awareness, lower dependence on external validation, stronger internal identity, more reflective thinking patterns. In other words, not posting photos is often not about insecurity. Sometimes it's about self-control, independence, or deeper self-awareness. The famous psychologist Carl Jung once wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." And for some people, becoming who they truly are does not require public validation. They don't feel the need to constantly show themselves to the world. But this is only the surface, because the deeper psychology behind this behavior reveals something fascinating about human identity in the digital age. Let's take a closer look. Imagine two people. Person A posts photos regularly. Vacation photos, new clothes, gym progress, weekend dinners. Person B lives a similar life, but rarely posts anything personal. Both individuals exist in the same world. They use the same apps. They see the same feeds. But their minds approach social media in completely different ways. The quiet profiles on social media might belong to some of the most psychologically interesting people in the room. Studies show that individuals with high privacy awareness tend to share significantly less personal information online. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Cyberpsychology, Behavior, and Social Networking found that people who value privacy are more selective about their digital footprint. And photos are the most personal data of all. A photo reveals much more than a moment. It reveals location, a lifestyle, social circles, economic status, personal habits. For privacy-conscious individuals, posting photos can feel like opening a window into their personal life. Some simply prefer that window to remain closed. Think about someone who enjoys quiet evenings, meaningful conversations, and a small circle of trusted friends. For them, life is experienced deeply, not displayed publicly. They may still enjoy social media, but they use it as an information tool, not a stage. Many leaders and high-level professionals follow this pattern. Executives, entrepreneurs, researchers, and strategists often maintain minimal personal presence online. Their focus remains on work, ideas, and results rather than public attention. Privacy becomes a form of psychological protection. Neuroscience shows that likes and social approval activate the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, the same chemical involved in addictive behaviors. A study from Harvard University found that talking about ourselves triggers reward centers in the brain similar to receiving money or food. Posting photos can amplify this effect. Over time, some people begin to measure their self-worth through digital reactions. Likes, comments, shares, followers. But not everyone participates in this loop. Some people consciously step away from it. Imagine posting a photo and checking your phone repeatedly to see how many people liked it. Now imagine never needing that reaction at all. That freedom can feel powerful. Psychologist Sigmund Freud once observed, "The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water." Much of our behavior is driven by hidden emotional needs. For some individuals, choosing not to post photos means they have less need for public validation. Their sense of worth comes from internal standards, not online approval. Many respected leaders demonstrate this trait. Figures like Warren Buffett or Bill Gates historically maintained minimal personal social media presence during key parts of their careers. Their reputation came from impact and ideas, not personal visibility.
Psychological research identifies a personality type, sometimes called the digital observer. These individuals actively consume information online, but rarely share personal content. Instead of broadcasting their own lives, they study patterns, human behavior, social trends, conversations, opinions. In psychological terms, this behavior is associated with high cognitive reflection. Think of someone sitting quietly in a cafe. They are not the loudest voice in the room, but they notice everything. Who is nervous? Who is confident? Who is pretending? Their strength lies in observation. Social media observers behave the same way. Many strategists, analysts, and researchers show this tendency. Their power lies in seeing what others miss. Sometimes silence online is not absence, it is awareness.
Research from the University of Texas suggests that individuals with a strong internal sense of identity rely less on external identity signals like social media presentation. When identity is unclear, people often experiment publicly. They try different styles, different images, different online personas. But people who already feel secure in who they are may feel less need to broadcast that identity. Imagine knowing exactly who you are, your values, your priorities, your direction in life. Would you still feel the need to prove it to strangers online? Probably not. Carl Jung described this process as individuation, the journey of becoming one's authentic self. And that journey often happens quietly. Many deeply focused professionals, scientists, writers, thinkers, develop strong internal identities that do not rely on public presentation. Their work becomes their identity. Psychological studies show that constantly documenting experiences can reduce emotional immersion. Researchers call this the photo-taking impairment effect. When people focus on capturing moments for photos, they sometimes experience the moment less deeply. Some individuals instinctively sense this. Instead of pulling out a camera during a beautiful sunset, they simply watch it. Instead of documenting every meal, they enjoy the conversation. Think about the last time you experienced something magical. A quiet mountain view, a meaningful conversation, a moment of laughter with friends. Did it need to be posted online to matter? Sometimes the most powerful experiences are the ones that remain private. Many mindfulness teachers encourage living experiences fully rather than documenting them constantly. Presence becomes more valuable than visibility. Here is the surprising truth. People who rarely post their photos online are not necessarily antisocial, insecure, or disconnected. In many cases, they simply relate to identity differently. Their value system may prioritize privacy over exposure, experience over documentation, reflection over performance, authenticity over attention. They may still enjoy social media, but they refuse to let it define who they are. Carl Jung once wrote something that captures this idea perfectly. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. For some individuals, life is about looking inward, not broadcasting outward. And that quiet choice can reflect a powerful form of self-awareness. To understand the scale of this behavior, consider this. More than 4.9 billion people worldwide use social media. Yet studies estimate that over 30 to 40% of users rarely post personal content. They scroll, they watch, they learn, but they remain largely invisible. Imagine walking into a stadium filled with 100 people. About 40 of them might be quietly observing rather than sharing, not because they have nothing to say, but because they choose when and where their identity is revealed. The internet has created a world where visibility often feels like value. But human identity is far deeper than a timeline or a profile picture. Some people express themselves loudly. Others quietly shape their lives away from the spotlight. Both paths are human. Both are valid. But the next time you see a quiet social media profile, remember something. Behind that silence might be someone who simply understands that life does not need an audience to be meaningful.